for your Tuesday afternoon. Also now going to go live on mixtv.tv. So we appreciate not only those listening on the radio this afternoon, but those who may be tuning in on mixtv.tv. Got a couple ladies in the studio that I have just met for the first time. We're going to introduce you to them as well and let you find out about some of the things that their services and things they can offer for you. In the studio with me to my right is Andrea Chase, and then also Blythe Mayfield. I love that name. They are co-founders and co-executive directors of Solomon Family Solutions.
Correct.
And so we're going to find out all about this. And just to kind of give a little bit, I'll just kind of read this little tag note here. It says, grassroots 501c3 nonprofit child and family welfare agency specializing in court, is that court-ordered?
Yes.
Therapy and evaluations.
Yes.
So that's kind of you in a nutshell, I guess is the best way to say it.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So, Andrea, I guess we'll start with you. Solomon Family Solutions. First of all, since you guys are co-founders and co-executive directors, tell me how you came up with this. I guess we'll start there, right?
Blythe and I actually met each other while we were working at CASA of Bradley County.
Okay.
And we were doing supervised visitation work through that organization. And eventually that organization ended up stopping the supervised visitation. And Blythe and I saw a need for the community because folks weren't going to be able to visit their children anymore locally. So we decided that we needed to open up a organization to do that.
All right. So, Blythe, tell us a little bit about your input on this. Kind of piggyback on what she was saying there, I guess.
Sure. So I believe that was the first services that we provided, wasn't it?
Yes.
Was supervised visitation. Since then, we offer many other services, one of which I've kind of done a lot of the work with is therapeutic supervised visitation. So it's kind of an extension of that, more higher conflict situations. But yeah, and the way that we started that or incorporated that is I am a registered art therapist with the Art Therapy Credentials Board. So I was able to incorporate art therapy into the therapeutic supervised visitations, allowing, a shared focus for maybe families that haven't seen each other in a very long time,
Gotcha.
Certain situations where there might be past abuse and whatnot. So that's an extension of that. And then what else have we done since then?
Since then, we have grown, and now we offer, I believe, 24 different services.
Oh, my goodness.
At our organization, because it just continued to grow based upon the needs that we were seeing folks needing as they were navigating through the court system.
Right.
So we also offer family mediation. We have grant funding from the state that allows us to provide either pro bono family mediation or low cost. So it's almost...
All of our work is on a sliding scale, pretty
It's
much.
on a sliding scale. Tell me, again, we're speaking with two new ladies that I met for the first time today, Andrea Chase and Blythe Mayfield. Solomon Family Solutions is what we're talking about. Tell me where the name came from. That I always am intrigued by when somebody comes up with a nonprofit or whatever, they get the name for it. Where did Solomon Family Solutions come from?
The name actually comes from King Solomon and the story of splitting the baby.
Okay.
So
it's a biblical term, I guess.
Yes.
Is the best way to say it. And of course, we're going to find out more details how people can get your services and things like that. Typically, how does I don't want to say the word normal because that's not the word I want to use, but how typically are you guys referred to, I guess is what I'm, under the normal circumstances, is it something that you seek them or they seek you? How does this work out?
A lot of them come to us from court orders, from different courts. We do have some people that seek us out that have just heard about our services, but the majority, I would say,
Yes.
are court ordered.
Right.
Court ordered, okay.
Correct.
Yes.
So the court orders an organization like yourself to step in, do all the things that you guys do to try to report back, to kind of navigate things and kind of see how the family can coexist again. Is that
Yes.
Am I around the right track?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So what else do you want us to know about Solomon Family Solutions? I know you mentioned that since you began with a couple of things, now it's grown into 24 different aspects of things that you guys cover. Can you just maybe touch on a couple of those other things? Just maybe mention those I know you can't just off your head and mention all 24, but maybe a few other ones as kind of the ones that seem to be the ones that are used the most.
Yeah, absolutely. I would say our adoption home studies program is, I believe, really, really beneficial that I would want the community to know about. We provide adoption home studies on a sliding scale, where most places, excuse me, will charge between $2,500 to $5,000. We will provide a adoption home study starting at $650 all the way up to $1,250, and that's dependent upon their income. The other service that I really wanted the community to know is available is our mental health evaluations and our alcohol and drug assessments that are now available. We just started those programs this year, and we perform really most of all of these services based upon court order. And many therapists locally and in general really do not like doing work with court. So it's super difficult for people to find resources. And so we wanted to make sure that Bradley County and Cleveland know that we are of assistance if they get court ordered for a mental health evaluation or alcohol and drug assessments. We do those for both adults and for adolescents.
And I would think when the court orders the things that they're asking you guys to do, all the different things, that step number one, getting them back on the correct path. I mean,
yes.
The court has deemed something is wrong or not proper or whatever way you want to say it. I'm trying to walk, into the waters here, to not say too much, but because we do have children listening this afternoon, most likely. But it's a circumstance to where you're kind of that first step of either putting a family back together or helping with them getting from the point that they're at, which is probably a pretty low point in their life, trying to turn things around and navigate and say, look, we're here to support and help you get back to whether it's getting your children back or whether it's getting your life back or getting over addictions and things like that. So
a lot of times the judges will say, when they do make the order, they'll say, okay, here's your list of things that you need to accomplish, when you come back to court. So it'll be, we offer parenting classes. We offer all kinds of classes, anger management classes. What other classes do we?
Domestic violence awareness.
So a lot of times that in these lists, it'll be, okay, you need to get this evaluation, you need to go do A, B, C, and D. And a lot of those, we were able to check those boxes.
Yes, and that's actually how we developed a lot of the services that we have, is because folks would come with a long list of things that they had to accomplish.
Several things they had to accomplish, not just one thing.
Right, correct.
Wow.
Yes.
So I would guess you guys are a one-stop service where they can, if there is several things are not running to 7 different places, trying to get these box checked to get back to whatever the judge is saying has got to be corrected before they start the next phase or whatever that may be.
Yes, that's it.
All right.
You got it.
So again, we're here with our friends, Solomon Family Solutions. We have Andrea Chase and Blythe Mayfield, co-founders and co-executive directors of this organization, telling us about what all they do in our community. And I got to ask you, Blythe Mayfield, tell me the name and tell me how you acquired that name.
Okay, so I come from a long line of attorneys, actually. So my name, Blythe, came from my grandfather's middle name. It was Pearson Blythe Mayfield. And his father was also an attorney. He actually practiced law here in downtown Cleveland for many years, and he was actually shot and killed by one of his clients back then. Yeah. So yes. So
that seems like another side story.
There's so many stories, but yeah. So and Mayfield, of course, everybody growing up, everybody's like, look, Blythe, your face is on the milk carton or whatever, But so yes, they are cousins of mine. However, we are not like super close to where I don't get any ice cream or anything like that. Correct.
But the name Blythe Mayfield is really cool.
And the two schools and whatnot. Growing. Yeah.
So it's kind of a community type name is what it is.
Yes.
It's really good. But again, if people are, I guess, where do we want to go from here? Do we want to give contact information, or is this something that you guys are just wanting to make sure if people are in these circumstances, they know that your services are available? Where do we want to go from here?
The best way to reach us and to schedule services or to answer any questions would be to text our office at 423-790-3747.
Okay.
We also have our website, which we try to keep updated with all of our services and information, and that is SolomonFamilySolutions.org.
Yeah, again, just so many different things that we just barely touched the tip of the iceberg with you guys in here today, specializing in court-ordered therapy and evaluations, mental health care services. There's really a gauntlet of things that you guys can do.
Yes.
It sounds like. And the thing that I guess that was the most intriguing to me was the sliding scale, because people are different places in their life. If they're going through a difficult time, most of the time they don't have a pocket full of money that they can go out and and get these, high super, people that you see on TV, type things.
Yes.
I mean, I guess I don't know other way to say it.
Right.
But so you guys say, look, we're here. We can provide the services. We can check those boxes that a court had maybe ordered for you to do.
Yes.
Whatever the circumstances may be, and we can do that in a way that is affordable to you.
Yes.
To where that is not the next stumbling block.
Exactly.
Because I would say if you're going through these difficult times and you're sincerely wanting to turn your life around, whatever that may be, and you're like, well, I would love to do all of this and work on getting my children back, or getting visitations, or getting over some things that I've got going on with me, whether it's some type of abuse, but I can't do it financially, so I'm just going to throw up my hands and just say whatever.
Right.
So
and they don't have to do that. They
Right.
can contact us. And if we're unable to serve them, if for some reason, we do have resources that we could be able to send folks to.
Right.
It's a very complex situation when families are involved in court, and that is definitely our expertise.
Sure.
And so if anyone finds themselves in that situation, please give us a call,
Okay.
and we can help navigate you in regard to legal representation or mediation or other therapy services. We have 3 therapists at our office that also do everything on sliding scale.
And we also have 2 locations. We have one in Cleveland and one in Athens office.
Okay. That's good to know. So our friends in McMinn County, you've got something right there in their community
Yes.
that can help them as well.
Yes.
That's great information. As we close out our interview here, I'm just going to give both of y'all one final opportunity. If there's something that you want to just make sure that we present today, and then we'll follow up with that text number again. But anything else that you guys want to close with, we'll start with you, Andrea.
Sure. I just really want the community to know that we are here for them, and here as a resource, going through any kind of litigation, whether it be divorce or child custody, or if you have the unfortunate situation with the state coming into your lives and removing children. Those are things that we are very adept at managing and handling. We're very sensitive. We're probably the least judgmental people you will ever meet. And we just genuinely care about family, and we really like children to have moms and dads in their lives.
Final question. I want to ask you this before we come over to Blythe. The people that come through your services there, all these different services that you're talking about, I would think that they're just not doing this because, well, I've got to do this because this is what the judge said. Do you see genuine results with families getting back together and visitations and people changing their lives?
Oh, yes. In fact, we are blessed to have a board president that was formerly a client of ours.
Okay.
And she is now coming back to give back. And because she was successful in turning her life around, she regained custody of her 3 boys. And she is, it gives me goosebumps
Me too.
to think about it. But she is definitely one of our biggest success stories, and she was with us for probably about 3 or 4 years, I believe.
The only reason I asked you that question, and I know we're extending the interview here, but this is such important topics. Reason I ask you that question because as a society we have a tendency to want people in boxes, like,
Right.
well, these people, just put them over here.
Yes.
We're just going to put them over here because they've done something wrong or they put themselves in this circumstance and they're just over here.
Right.
But it seems like you're saying, look, no, we're not. Everybody
Right.
deserves a second chance.
Yes.
That they have an opportunity to correct things that they have done wrong in their life, whatever that may be.
Right.
And that's why I asked you that question. The success rate is there
Yes.
if people use the services and use the things that they have available to them, I guess is the best way to the services available to them. So that's why I wanted to go into that question, because
Yeah.
as a society we kind of get trained to think one way, don't we? I mean,
Yes.
Yes.
We kind of just we want to compartmentalize things, and sometimes this is fate that makes us feel better.
Right.
Sure.
You know,
Sure.
because that's their problem. That's not my
Yeah.
problem.
I
Yeah.
would say that's probably one of the biggest hurdles we have as an organization, is trying to impress upon people the importance of supervised visitation from the perspective of the child. We're
Right.
able to keep the parent in the child's life while they're getting themselves together.
Getting themselves together. That to me, that would be so important, I would think.
Yes.
All right. We're going to finish up with you, Blythe. Anything else that we haven't mentioned that you would like to say?
Just along with that, a lot of times when people find themselves in the court system, they, like you said, that they are feeling judged, not only by the judge but by others. They'll come to us and kind of, they enter our office almost trying to convince us, or feeling that they are going, like I said, be judged. And I think that for us, it's extremely important for them to feel heard, and to know that we have dedicated our lives to this since 2015. And so, yeah, we care about what we do, and we care about the people
I guess
that
the
come
people
in.
that you're
And we
helping.
don't ever want to treat anybody like a number, or, like you said, black and white in a box.
Yeah. Okay. Again, we've had a great conversation and hopefully introduced some ladies that if you find yourself or know someone that needs those services, you can reach out. Or if you're someone that hears their name and you're in that circumstance where a judge has ordered it, you know that you're going to be in good hands.
Yes.
So that's kind of where we're going to leave it there. Solomon Family Solutions, a child and family welfare agency. They say we are here to help. You can text. Text is best to get a hold of these ladies. 423-790-3747. Again, Solomon Family Solutions. Ladies, thanks so much for coming in, and thanks
you.
for the work that you do in our community.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Because every life you turn around makes our community better.
Yes.
I mean, and that's what makes Cleveland such a great place, is that there is forgiveness. Well, the Lord gives us forgiveness.
Yes.
So once we've done that, then everything else is just going through processes, and you guys do offer those things where people can here on earth get the forgiveness maybe that they need.
Yeah.
Yes,
to get
right.
things back
exactly.
in-
Grace.
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 Grace is the word I was looking for. Thanks for that word. Well, ladies, thanks so much. We appreciate it, and hope you have continued success.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
We're going to take a quick break. We'll come back with more in just a moment. Stay with us right here. We are Mix 104.1 WCLE. We'll be right back.